Hey everyone, we're 2BH, irresistibly honest as always. I'm Gabriel.
I'm Eddie.
And I'm Adrian.
The trio of cool guys here for you guys. We thank you as always for listening, whether wherever you are.
Exactly.
Whatever time it is. Maybe you're like, can't sleep, listening to us at 3 a.m. Cool. We like that.
Yeah, and
No
we
judgment.
appreciate it. Like
Of
we always
course.
say, like in space and time, we do appreciate you.
Yeah, and we love you all as well. Well, today we got something that we thought was really interesting. Eddie was telling us about Joseph McMoneagle. Did I say it correctly?
Joseph McMoneagle.
And I mean, it blew my mind, and I'm pretty sure it's gonna blow yours. Your mind.
Yeah, precisely.
Precisely your mind.
Yeah, the thing is that I was just surfing through the net.
Ooh.
Ay, ay.
Net surfing. Ooh.
Yeah, I was net surfing last
cool
day.
kid.
Yeah, but the thing
Enjoying
is,
the 90s.
enjoying the 90s with the AOL reception. And so I came across with this video talking about supposedly these how do you say, like, inexplicable things,
Okay.
but capture with science, like it's provable that they exist.
Yeah.
It's not understandable how they work though.
Oh.
And one of them was exactly this guy, Joseph McMoneagle, something like that.
Yeah.
The thing is that this old guy used to work for the CIA back in the 80s. Apparently what he had, or what he has, I don't know if he's still alive or not, is remote viewing. So I was like, what the heck is that? So apparently you can tell him any place, like, okay, tell me what's going on here, or practically saying like, okay, Gabriel is gonna go to this location that you don't know about, and let me know what you see in his position.
Yeah.
And he actually made drawings and everything,
Yeah. So-
and it was pretty accurate,
But what that was reminding me of is like 11 from Stranger Things.
Yeah.
Or in the first season, like they would give her like a picture of a guy, and she would find him like in another country and stuff like that.
Yeah, something like that.
But for what you're telling me, this guy goes even further than that.
Yeah, exactly.
Explain the juice.
So the thing is that apparently he was contacted by the CIA, to spy and all that really good stuff. But the thing is that the CIA was a little bit skeptical, and I don't blame it, right?
Of course, like I mean, I wouldn't believe you if you just said that,
Yeah,
Like,
exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, whatever, brother. A Mexican in the group, like, Yeah, but the thing is that they gave him some coordinates, right? So apparently they were trying to trick him, because apparently the coordinates that they gave him was from Mars,
I mean,
right?
that's a tough one.
Yeah, exactly. So the thing is that they thought that he was going to be saying like random location, like, okay, I can see a house, a lake, and a forest.
We're like, oh, I'm in Paris right now.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Something like that. But the thing is that he actually started talking to him, like, you know what? I'm seeing some scenery that I've never seen before. I cannot even recognize what I'm seeing.
Damn.
I can see like a valley. I can see like some craters and some pyramids. So his first thought was like, okay, they just discovered this new pyramid somewhere in the world, and it's like something new, huh? The thing is that they were like, okay, this guy's not kidding. So they were, okay, tell us more about what you're watching. Okay, I can see some body, one stone. No, I can see some.
Back at it again.
Like some bodies laying around, like the rest of someone.
Like the bones.
the remains,
Okay, yeah.
and of this human-like creature. And they were like, okay, since you can see through space, and actually, apparently he could see also through time, like go back and forth with time.
With time. Oh,
So he was like, okay, tell me what are you seeing when they were alive? And he was like, okay, you know what? They're struggling. They're trying to hibernate, and these people are like 9 feet or 10 feet tall. So they were like pretty
super
huge,
tall. Yeah.
and they're really human-like. And they're having problems. Something happened in their planet or wherever they live, and they're trying to find someone else to leave, and they're actually waiting for this tripulation to find a new place to live. You know?
Yeah.
And apparently this guy actually wrote a book saying that his theory, or what he thinks is true, is that these persons or these people actually came to Earth. So we are the descendants of the people that never went back
to Mars.
Damn. That's mind-blowing if you ask me. I mean, of course, there's a lot of theories out there that actually match with this one. And I'm not saying it's true, and I'm not saying that, oh yeah, that's fact. That we have facts here. We're only saying that it is crazy just to think about that.
Dude, I can't, like, I don't even know how to put it into words to really think. Like, imagine we came from Mars.
Yeah, man.
Bro.
So the thing is that if we think even further than that, it's like, okay, you know, we also have pyramids here in Earth. We have what? Pyramids. So, just theorizing, you know, we're going with the train of thought that this might be real.
Yeah, like we're going in the scenario that if it was
exactly.
real. Okay.
So we have really difficult structures. The pyramids that we have here, they were very complicated by the time they were made.
Yeah.
You know? And so what if they actually taught us, or they actually were the ones that had the knowledge of how to do them, because they were already doing them in their own home planet.
True, man. And I mean, go ahead and tell them the size of the pyramids over there. What the guy was saying.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, because that's one of my favorite
so
parts.
I know you guys remember this thing because I think it went kind of viral on Facebook. Do you remember that? There were some people saying that there was this picture of Mars
of a face or something
that looked like a face. Do you remember that?
Yes.
So a lot of people theorize that it was like a structure, like a, what do you call it, like a megalith. I don't know how to call it, man.
Statue.
Like a statue or something like that.
Monument.
Like a huge monument.
Damn.
That's why it had like this face like a structure, right? But the thing is that it was proven that it was not a face. It's just the shadows and all that like gives the appearance of face. The thing is, it was like a mount, or in this case, this guy says that it's a pyramid.
So he's saying that he saw it.
Exactly. So it's one of the pyramids that he saw with his remote viewing. And the thing is that he actually shows you the picture in one of the presentation that he was doing back in the day, and he is like, okay, there's a crater by this pyramid, and he's like, okay, if we can measure everything with the shadows that we have, the crater is like 3 kilometers deep.
Damn.
Right, which is something around 1.57 miles deep.
Damn.
So he was like, okay, if we use the same method and we measure the shadow that this pyramid is casting, the height will be 20 kilometers, which will be somewhere around like 15 miles, I want to guess.
Shit.
Huge.
Like,
it's more than huge, man. So if you want to compare that to something that we have here on Earth, let me tell you, apparently the biggest building that we have here is in Dubai. We're talking about the Burj Khalifa. I know that last name reminds you about a lot of things, but the thing is that
my doctor is
yeah, totally. So the height of this building, which is the tallest one that we have on Earth today, is not even a kilometer.
Whoa.
So if we're not talking about buildings, maybe you're okay, a mount.
Okay.
So the biggest one that I know is Everest, right? Which has a height of 8.8 kilometers. So in comparison that with the pyramid that this guy says that is on Mars. It's tiny, man.
Yeah,
It's almost just what, like less than the half.
Yeah, less than half.
Way
Less than half, man.
Damn.
So I mean, like we said, we're just thinking of this as a scenario where this might be true, right? But even though we're going in this kind of like mind play that we're doing right now,
Yeah.
it's really impressive. It's really impressive. Just the
Totally.
facts.
But it sounds exciting and it's mind blowing and everything. But not gonna lie, it kind of scares me.
Yeah.
Because what if we're going through the same path? We're just repeating history here.
Well, that yeah, that too.
Because Mars looks deserted, like a big valley of nothingness. There's no water, no plants. Like,
Yeah, and apparently they just discovered that back in time there was water.
Mm-hmm.
And there still is a little bit of water in Mars.
Ooh.
So apparently there was this time where Mars was habitable. It's habitable.
Habitable. Mm-hmm.
Habitable. Okay, habitable.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Perfect.
So I don't know. Maybe we're going in the same path.
Mm-hmm.
There's. I'm sorry, I interrupted
No,
you,
you're
but
good.
apparently this theory. I don't know if the same one that saying that we come from Mars, other than this guy.
Mm-hmm.
But apparently there's people that says that there was a nuclear war in Mars.
Ooh.
That's why it has the condition
It has now.
it has now.
That's crazy.
That's crazy,
man.
bro. But in all honesty, like, how much do you believe what he says?
Oof.
Oof.
I mean,
That's a big downer right now.
yeah. I'm probably like in the 30s, maybe. But to think that we came from Mars,
Yeah.
There's a possibility.
I'm in the 60s there, man.
Uh-huh. I mean, we always as humans try to find like these pieces that fit together, right?
Yeah.
So we can totally make something that is believable out of this.
Sure.
There's never this. We still have these lost, like, ¿cómo le dicen we know that we come from apes, apparently.
Okay.
And apes, we are the evolution of the apes.
Okay.
Right? And there's one link that is missing, right? And there's people that say like, okay, why there's still some apes today that were not able to evolve in a different path, or even the same one.
Well, apparently, because for what I know, I've heard, that's not really how evolution works. It's not like, all monkeys are gonna evolve to humans, no more monkeys left. Think about it more like a tree, like a branch grows from another branch. So this branch of apes is gonna continue, but let's say there's I guess a change in
environment.
Yeah, well, I'm going more for a change in, how do you say?
Genetics.
Genetics, there you go, that's the word I'm looking for.
Genetic mutations.
Yeah, there's a genetic mutation, so there grows another branch. So this branch of apes keeps growing, and we just grow on a different path. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And from there, you grow other branches and all that stuff. So, you're not going to lose a whole species because we evolved. You know what I mean?
Yeah. But, there's always like these manifestations of the genetic mutations that we have been seeing through. Yeah. And we have the Paleolithic man, the man from the cave, and so. And we still have one link missing, right? Yeah. So apparently there's people that say, okay, there's no link missing. Like they stay like that, and they died because they couldn't, like.
That's a possibility.
And how we were conceived as humans is because these alien species actually reproducced with us. Or with apes. and we are like the
nasty.
that's nasty, right? Some hentai shit. But we are like the product. Resulting
of bestiality.
Yeah, bestiality.
I know, but honestly, that to me is like not really realistic because there is a missing link. Like, cause it's not like they don't know where we came from. Like, they know where the beginning is. Like, oh, like we clearly came from this. Like, they found fossils. Like, oh, clearly we came from this. They haven't found what's in the middle, but like genetic, like seeing it, like studying it is good enough, but like. Accurate enough to where we would know if like there was some random shit like that didn't make sense because these Neanderthals and other sort of subspecies of humans that like went extinct, like they have found fossils of that and they're able to tell that like at some point humans and that species sort of like reproduce with each other. Like they died out, but like some other genes still are with us.
Yeah,
and they're able to tell that like. Around this area, like, you know, these sort of suspicious or like there was some intermixing, you know. So like I'm pretty sure if there was some other stuff that was like randomly inserted, like they will be able to find out.
Yeah. The point I'm trying to make is that, and I'm rephrasing this. We as humans, we tend to piece everything together as, like, as profitable for our thoughts as possible. Right? So what I'm saying is we can actually, or whoever wants can actually make a really good and like will make you think about it or believe it, the possibility that this actually happened and aliens reproduced with some apes and we became humans after that. So what I'm saying is that having these kind of stories and a few facts out there that we actually have documented, like you were saying about the genetics and all that. But I was telling you prior recording this, like, okay, what about Mayans? What about Egyptians? Like we know their pyramids still standing there.
Yeah.
Until now. So what if? And I'm saying I don't believe this. I'm just playing with it, right?
Okay.
So what if these people that came from Mars actually used the knowledge that they had for building the pyramids back on Mars, and they use it here? I mean, that's crazy. If you want to believe that, you could totally, because you will think that you have all the facts and everything fits, you know?
Yeah, like it's easy to build the puzzle when you're cutting the pieces yourself, you know?
Exactly.
That's crazy. Like, okay, let's say that was true, they came from Mars, but I mean, for them to come from Mars all the way here, like my question would be like, where did all the technology go? Because they must have had like some super high grade technology.
All that's left from some pyramids, you know. It's kind of like weird because they come to a planet that's like, well, like a good planet, you know. They say like there's a lot of environment, you know. So like they weren't able to sort of survive or leave a bigger sort of image of themselves, or like
a footprint.
Yeah, better footprint than just. Like, I mean, pyramids that nobody knows where they came from. Like,
But the thing is, actually, the gods, Mayan gods and Egyptian gods, were actually pictured like 9 to 10 feet tall, and that fits. And I'm saying, I'm playing with it, right?
Yeah, of course.
So you can totally make something out of this just by playing with it. And you know, we're not that gullible. But it makes you think a lot. Like it's fun. It's fun, like just to theorize.
Fantasize.
Yeah,
I feel like it's like a fun thought experiment.
Exactly, man.
But like nothing more than that, I feel.
You know? Yeah. Okay. I get you.
Because sometimes like I get it. Like I do find it fun, but it does annoy me when people start taking it a bit too seriously.
Yeah.
And you know, like you're taking the fun out of it.
Yeah. Yeah. Exactly. You're taking the fun out of it. You said it like really good. But keeping it with keeping the fun. I mean, there's a lot of theories out there, and there's a lot of crazy things out there that makes you think for a while or for a bit. But it's like, okay, no, I really like after research a little bit, it's like, okay, this is totally impossible.
Okay.
Right? But I don't know. It's like, to me, it's really fun just to think about it.
For sure, man.
Right?
Like we were saying earlier, like the Egyptians or the Mayans, like they had super advanced math. You know, like I think our agent was saying earlier, like they found the circumference of the Earth by the shadows, and you know, and then like we have flat earthers now, so like what happened?
What's going on?
Yeah, like where did we go wrong?
We're going backwards now.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, actually, like joke aside, I do believe we're going backwards.
I think they have actually they've been studying that, like doing research to see if like we're as a species are actually getting dumber.
Yeah,
like it's actually like scientific experiments on that, cause like it is concerning.
Because those Florida man posts, they are concerning, man.
Yeah, definitely.
Okay, but the thing is that going with that we were saying, actually there's a few Middle Eastern, I don't know if countries or sections of it that is actually going backwards.
Whoa. Like proven.
Yeah, apparently. Whoa. I don't have the document with me or anything like that, but I actually knew about it. And the thing is that, you know, these apparently in those countries it's super legal to marry your cousin, and it's actually part of the like
culture.
The culture, exactly. So it's well well seen. Is that an expression? Because I'm thinking in Spanish and I'm speaking in English.
Okay, I think you're on the right path.
Yeah. Okay, so it's not abnormal to marry your cousin.
Dang.
Right? So apparently those chromosomes and all that is actually
they're missing.
going backwards with the evolution of your IQ.
Yeah, well, I mean, you really cut back in evolution because you're not mixing and matching. You know what I mean? Like they're really similar genes. So I feel like that's why there's not that much evolution.
Well, I also heard to get a healthier baby, pretty much the more apart you and your partner are in genes, the healthier the chance of a healthier offspring, pretty much. So like usually interracial couples tend to have healthier babies just because.
Okay, I know what you're trying to say.
So support interracial.
So the closer you get, so if once you get into cousins and family, that's like you're cutting a lot.
Once you go into incest,
you're cutting a lot
of chromosomes.
Yeah, a lot of it.
Yeah,
and you're also more prone to genetic diseases.
Oh yeah, that's true. That's
the way it works actually. Sort of, everybody has certain immunities. I don't remember the number, but there's a certain amount of immunities that you can have, and everybody has a certain set. And the point is that if you got more than one of the same one, like when you reproduce, like you just get one, like you don't get
like you cancel it.
Yeah, you don't cancel it, but you don't. It's not like it becomes super strong immunity. No, it's just like you're still just immune to that thing. And I think it's 6 total, the one that you get of all the ones that are possible.
So you just discard one card.
Yeah, pretty much. So you might end up with just 3 because like you and your family member like have certain matching ones. So when it comes together, like
you don't really get a lot of immunities.
Yeah, so you just have 3. So like. So a lot of the times it's not really the inbreeding that affects you, the fact that those protections aren't there. So they get those diseases, those genetic diseases.
Because of the inbreeding.
So it is the inbreeding.
Yeah, but it's not like
it is.
It's not like
the action, but the result of it.
Yeah, like the inbreeding doesn't attack you. It doesn't protect you.
So that's why aliens...
So fucking your cousin's okay, but impregnating her is not. That's what you're saying.
Well, that's what my friend from Alabama keeps saying.
I mean, I ain't getting babies with her, so it's cool. Man, so life is like a video game, when you choose your characteristics and your strengths and weaknesses, stuff like that.
Or even like playing just blackjack. You have to choose your cards well, and you have to know which ones to discard.
True. Discard your cousin.
Yeah, exactly. That's the first. That's the first tip that we can give you. Don't give her the tip. Not even just the tip, man. Yeah.
There.
Just discard it. Just discard it.
Yeah, dude. I mean, like, I forgot what I was gonna say.
Just. It's beautiful. I mean, we have a really weird topic because we're just wandering around.
Yeah.
You know, it all started with this thing that I just saw yesterday, right? And I thought it was really impressive just by the idea of it.
Totally.
But man, actually, you mentioned 11 from Stranger Things. And you know she was part of an MK Ultra experiment,
or like the real story.
in real life.
Oh, okay.
Oh, apparently.
Yeah.
So MK Ultra was a real thing.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
That I know.
And they were actually trying to create people with
mind control,
and these kind of superpowers. Let's call it like that.
Sure.
So actually, I think Adrian. Do you know something about MK Ultra or what they're trying to ship with that?
I think it was mostly for spying reasons. I mean, they were trying to sort of, kind of like the guy that you mentioned in the beginning. They're trying to sort of create people like that in order to spy on the Russians, and especially during the Cold War. During the Cold War, they were just trying to create everything like better weapons, better soldiers, better everything.
So actually, Captain America is based on a true story, man.
Wow. I mean, that I believe.
Well, not really that, but
so, we don't have a Captain America, but
but the thing is that they were actually trying to come up with this
super soldier
like this serum that will make you like a better fighter, like better, like higher stamina, more muscle, more power, sharp like reflexes and all that.
Damn.
So apparently it didn't work out. Apparently, that we know of.
Might be a lie.
Might be a lie, man. I'm really fast.
Shame.
I'm really fast, man. Maybe I'm it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can run like from here to grab a beer in
like
no time.
Well, I'm gonna assume you do it again.
Yeah. One shot. All right.
I'm back. I brought 2 beers.
What's up with that?
Talking about like the special kids, man. Like, I saw this randomly. I mean, it might be fake.
Yeah.
It might be fake. No, I'm not saying I believe it or not, but the thought of it was pretty cool. That there was this kid that was born in a monastery. Is that how you call it?
All right.
And his eyes are like bright yellow.
Oh yeah, dude.
You remember that kid?
Yeah.
And apparently, the kid since he was born, once he was able to like talk and explain whatever he could do, apparently the kid could see. He could see
at night?
At night, like perfectly.
Yeah.
Like if it was daytime.
Yeah, they actually compare his eyes with that of a cat.
A cat, yeah. I don't know if he could actually see further than humans can. I don't remember that fact or not, or fact in between quotations, but. Yeah, he could perfectly see at night. And I saw a picture of the kid. I mean, it could have been photoshopped as well. But, bro, the thought of it... I mean, to me, it seems really possible.
Yeah.
That seems really
we still
possible.
keep going with these mutations that we were talking about. So we don't know which mutations we're going to start seeing right now.
Like I have a third nipple.
Yeah.
That's my superpower.
Yeah, and I mean, a lot of athletes, there's some that, train their whole life, but there's others that are just born, like, with better genes or with certain mutations that helps them. Some people, I remember certain athletes that have like bones that are thicker than like
snap, man,
than like what normal people are, and like and like it helps them. It helps them like in the sports because like
so we have superhumans now.
Yeah,
man, like this guy Bolt,
bro,
Usain Bolt. It's unbelievable fast, man.
Like I mean, I've never gotten into like his history or whatever. But do you know if he trained for that or he was just fast?
I mean, there's totally difference, and between how much you can actually train. You can train your whole life, But if your body or your structure is not made for that, you're never gonna make it. It doesn't matter how hard you try.
That's sad to think about, life puts a limit on you and that's it.
Yeah, exactly, because we actually see like let me give you one example. Mike Tyson.
Mm-hmm.
There has always been good fighters.
Yeah.
But there's always one that stands out and actually makes story. One of them was actually Mike Tyson.
Mm-hmm.
And apparently before him, if you watch these heavyweight fights, it was not as exciting. You know, these heavyweights,
slower.
Throwing slow punches and just trying to make that one punch to knock out the other.
Yeah.
And Mike Tyson changed the whole thing. It was the same weight as the other ones, but he was quicker. He was fast. He was way fast than the other ones. So he changed the whole game about being a heavyweight boxer. And that's what happened with Usain Bolt. I mean, no, let me tell you something about the guy that swims.
Michael Phelps.
Michael Phelps.
Yeah.
Actually, he has extremely long arms.
Oh.
Yeah. So the shape of his body and the larger arms that he has is perfect. It's perfect for swimming.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying?
I was reading, like I just scrolled through it. I think it was on Facebook, but there's this kid. He's 18, and he beat Phelps' world record for a certain type of swimming. He's 18, bro, and I'm like, damn. It was like this specific way of swimming.
Yeah.
You know, back and forth and whatever.
Yeah, one of the styles.
And he beat his record at 18.
Yeah, and actually to actually get to the point that I was making.
Okay.
It doesn't matter how hard you can try. Whatever you want to do, you can try hard, man. I mean, hard, and train with the best.
Yeah.
But there's some people that is born with it.
Yeah. There's some people have the talent.
Yeah. So I think Adrian hit the spot. There's actually superhumans now, and we don't know how we are going to evolve after.
That's the total difference between skill and talent, you know? Because you could learn the skill really well, and there's people that are just talented at it. But if you combine it, you have talent and you learn the skill.
Yeah, exactly.
Shit.
Yeah, you can go. You can totally go from Mars to Earth. Yeah, and find a new home.
And build pyramids.
And build pyramids and have sex with apes.
Yeah.
Create humans. All that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what a superhuman is.
Yeah, and that's facts. We're just talking facts.
Yeah.
I literally made the math right here. It all checks out.
Yeah,
it's all written on page, what is it, 63 on Adrian's Bible?
Yeah.
That's where it starts. There's like a chapter or two on it.
Yeah, you can actually find it under 49:3. It's my second verse that I wrote on Adrian's Bible.
And Adrian always like what do you call it? Reproof, or what do you call that?
Yeah, actually he gave his like thumb up to it, because that's the only way that you can like actually explain that through social media.
You imagine like if there was actually a book and then I let somebody write in it, and like his whole paragraph is page 66, and then on page 66 you say "Sykes." That's false. That was a comedy chapter.
So thank you and keep reading.
Continue reading with the facts.
Nothing is real. Just one page. Nothing is real.
Continue.
Matrix. We're living in the Matrix, man. Okay, we have been talking for 30 and so minutes.
Matrix confirmed.
Matrix, I told you.
That's the number of the Matrix.
That's the equation, the answer.
Oh my God.
There's conclusive proof.
Okay, so before we get crazy.
I know, right?
Before we lose our minds.
So before we get completely delusional, we want to thank you all if you got to this point. Because, wow, 30-something minutes is quite a bit. So we really appreciate it.
You have unlocked an achievement.
Yay. Thumbs up from Adrian. You'll get a sticker.
You cannot see me, but I'm actually doing it.
Look at that.
Look at that thumb. Look at the thumb.
I mean, it got stuff on it, but whatever. We'll just continue.
We'll proceed when we're...
Thank you. We got to this point. We really appreciate it. Again, I'm Gabriel.
I am Eddie.
And I'm Adrian.
And don't forget that you could find us on Facebook. We got Twitter, YouTube, and Instagram now. It's the newest one at the moment. It's a bit harder to upload the link on Instagram. So what we started to do is just upload quick videos explaining our
What's
next
going
episode.
on.
Exactly. Yeah. So you can find us on all the platforms under 2BH Podcast. Exactly. So thank you all. We are 2BH, Irresistibly Honest.